Hey Valley Middle, welcome back to another G67 math video. Tonight we're going to be dividing positive and negative mixed numbers. Before we do that, let's start with our trivia question of the day. Name this movie right here. We'll be back with the answer to that at the end of instruction and a little history. Tonight officially, our target. I can divide positive and negative numbers. Let's do this thing. All right, so we've got this problem right here. We have to take 3 1/2 and we have to divide it by 4. And further complicate this, it's a negative 3 1/2 divided by 4. Well, we're going to use our same little keep change flip that we use with fractions. There's just kind of one extra step. We also have to change this into an improper fraction. So that's the first step. And you notice I just rewrote the problem. I renamed this 7/2. 3 times 2 plus 1 is 7/2 divided by 4. All right. Now the next step, notice I haven't changed anything yet, to just rename that first step. The next step then is I go ahead and I did my keep change flip. I kept it, I changed it, I flipped it. Again, my reciprocal. Now when I just multiply straight across, 7 times 1 is 7, 2 times 4 is 8. I have the negative times a positive, so that's a negative 7/8. To check my answer, again, I'm looking at working backwards. Well, this times this should equal that. So this would be 28/8, which in simplest form is negative 7/2. Because we have a, actually, I'm sorry, I have to put a negative symbol in there. Put that guy up here and stick it in over here, negative 7/8. Okay, because we have a negative times a positive will equal a negative. And this is our answer over here, negative 7/8. I think that one got deleted. All right, math word today. Don't forget multiplicative inverse in the reciprocal. Remember that 8 divided by 2 equals 4, but 8 times 1/2, the reciprocal of 2 is 1 over 2, is also equal to 4. You get the same result there. Don't forget to keep change flip, and then a quick review on mixed numbers to impropers. So here's your 4 1/2. If you take 4 times 2 and you add 1 in, you've got a total of 9/2. And 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 gives you 7/3. You're going to need to be able to do that today as we run through this. Okay, let's keep rolling. So our first problem today, 3 divided by a negative 3/4. Okay, well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this at 3 over 1, and I'm going to rename this improper, this mixed number as an improper fraction. So 1 times 4 is 4 plus 3 is 7/4. So now instead of negative 1 3/4, I have negative 7/4. So now I'm ready to keep change flip. I've renamed. Okay, so I keep this one the same. I change the sign, and I flip negative 7/4 to negative 4/7. I can multiply straight across. I've got negative 12/7, which I can change to negative 1 5/7. To check your answer, I use the improper fraction. I just put it up here, negative 12/7. So 3 divided by a negative 7/4 is a negative 12/7. Looking at that backwards, I can do some cross reduction here, and I would really have 12 times 1 and 1 times 4, which is 12/4. It does equal 3. Negative divided by negative times a negative here would give me that positive. So my answer did check out. Double checking up here, positive times a negative, I should have a negative answer. Okay, just a couple of quick things before you try one. Go ahead. All right, let's see how you did. Did you rename first? Negative 4 divided by 1 1/2. Here's negative 4. You did rename, very good. Did you keep change flip? We kept this one. We changed this one. We flipped it. Multiply straight across. We end up with a negative 8/3. A negative 8/3 is really equal to a negative 2 2/3. Using the improper form, we could check our answer. We have negative 8/3. You know, if we multiply, oh, sorry, we can cross reduce here, I guess. Then we would have 8/2, negative 8/2, which is the same as negative 4. All right, very good. Yeah, but what if it's two mixed numbers? It doesn't really matter. We're just going to do the same thing. We're going to rename negative 58ths. 6 times 8 is 48 plus 2 is 50, so it's a negative 58ths. And this is a negative 5 quarters. Okay, now on this one here, instead of working with those big numbers, I did some cross reduction. I divided by 5, divided by 2 here. So I'm multiplying 10 times 1 is 10, 2 times 1 is 2. It's a negative times a negative, so this is a positive 10 halves, which of course is 5. Let's just take and put it back in and make sure I did my answer right. So we go back to that improper form, 10 halves. If I multiply 5 times 10, I got, negative 50, and 2 times a negative 4 would be a negative 8. So I do have my negative 58ths there as well. Okay, time for you to try one more before the ticket to the show. Go ahead and try this one. Go ahead and pause the video. All right, let's see if you remember to rename both. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is negative 7/3. 1 times 6 plus 1, it's 7/6. Okay, now we can do the keep change flip. 7/3 times 6/7. Good. All kinds of cross reduction you can do there. Divided by 7, divided by 3. I ended up with negative 2 over 1, which is really the same as negative 2. So putting it back in up here, just multiply across it. I have 14/6, which is the same as negative 7/3. So it would be negative times a positive. Here it would actually be a negative 14/6, which is the same as a negative 7/3. Again, double checking my answer. A negative divided by a positive, I should have a negative answer. Very good. All right, here we go. Here is your ticket to the show. Do those 2 problems, bring them to class tomorrow. And let's just go down and answer our trivia question. Yes, name this movie, Adventures in Babysitting. I have not seen the new one yet. However, this was the original here, Adventures in Babysitting, with this cast and crew. I can't remember the names of the people, but it was pretty fun. My daughter says that this one here, they had to do an impromptu rap. And this one here is one of the classic lines, is the guy says, "Nobody leaves till they sing the blues." And that's when she sings the babysitting blues. So anyway, sounds like a great movie. I look forward to seeing it. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.